Imagine a world where the air itself decides to hold its breath, swallowing every footstep and distant shout until only your own heartbeat remains audible. This silence is not merely an absence of noise, but a physical weight that presses against your eardrums, inviting you to surrender to a stillness so profound it feels like falling. You might think the cold numbs the world's ability to scream, but the truth is far stranger. The snow acts as a velvet curtain, dampening the chaos of reality before it reaches you. Consider how a city sounds during a summer storm, the sharp crack of thunder followed by the rhythmic drumming on pavement, loud and unapologetic in its presence. Now contrast that with the hush of a fresh snowfall, where even the wind seems to tiptoe around rooftops, afraid to disturb the delicate architecture of ice crystals. The secret lies not in the temperature, but in the texture. Fresh snow is a sponge for sound waves, trapping vibrations within its porous, airy structure. Think of it like walking on memory foam versus concrete. The snow absorbs the energy of your steps, turning kinetic force into negligible heat instead of echoing noise. But here is the first mystery to unravel. If snow absorbs sound so well, why can you sometimes hear your own breath so clearly, as if amplified by the void? It is because the external noise floor has dropped so drastically that your internal sounds become the dominant frequency in a suddenly empty acoustic landscape. This phenomenon is known as acoustic insulation, where the complex geometry of ice crystals scatters sound waves in every direction, preventing them from traveling straight to your ear. Older packed snow behaves differently, acting more like concrete than sponge, which is why the silence of the first flake is so much sweeter than the crust of a week-old storm. There is a psychological component too, a trick of the mind that lowers your alertness when visibility drops and the world turns monochromatic. Your brain interprets the visual calm as auditory safety, reducing the need to scan for threats, allowing your senses to drift into a meditative state. But what about the sudden, sharp crunch under your boots? That brittle sound seems to violate the rule of silence, cutting through the hush like glass breaking. That crunch is actually the structural failure of the snow's lattice, a release of energy that creates high-frequency sounds which travel surprisingly well in cold air. So the silence is not absolute, but a curated selection of frequencies, where the low rumbles of the world are swallowed, leaving only the high, crisp whispers of immediate proximity.